Hey, so I have been asked 4 questions that will help people reduce their injuries, okay? So the first question is, if you could choose one of your wiggly mobility moves, what would it be and why? Okay, so my top mobility move, if I had to choose just one of all of the rest, would definitely be what I call a split stance psoas mobility move, okay? So if I just zoom out here, you can see what I mean, all right? So all I do is split my feet, so I've got one foot in front of the other, and I can feel a stretch through here into my hip flexor and my psoas, okay? So my psoas comes from the belly button down into the inside of my hip, okay? And it's a huge influence on posture and stride length and all those sorts of things, okay? So this position is my favorite position because I can tweak it endlessly, okay? I can turn my toes in, I can turn my toes out, I can put my hands above my head, I can do all sorts of things with just this one stance, okay? So if I had to choose this one over everything else, definitely. So if you don't do any other and you want to give one a try, give this one a go. All we do is move side to side, or you can move front to back, or you can go around in circles, but just do everything comfortably uncomfortable as a maximum and do everything about the speed of rocking a baby to sleep. Okay, you can improvise on this one. Where you move to is entirely up to you, but if you're going to try one, give this one a go. Okay, so what are my top 3 areas to focus on with mobility? Well, I wouldn't say 3. I definitely say ankles, I definitely say knees, I definitely say hips, spine and shoulders. So there's 5 areas that I would work on, and they're the only 5 really that I would ever work on, because your body is what is underpinning all of your movement, okay? You move all your joints to do whatever movement it is that you want to do, whether it's running, swimming, biking, squatting, weight training, playing rugby, playing football, cricket, whatever. Your joints have to go through those movements. So regardless of your sport, regardless of the movements that you want to create, your joints have to be the primary focus of your mobility, okay? So as long as you're targeting those 5 areas, which you can quite easily do, okay? You can quite easily do it in one move, and I will show you how, okay? Let's just zoom out again. So let's go back into this favourite stance of mine, okay, because we're getting at your hip, all right? And now I want to look at my foot as well as my knee, okay? So I'm going to turn my foot in, because now I'm getting to the outside of my knee, ooh, with a bit of wobble on my balance, okay? I can widen my feet and change that. And I'm getting to the outside of my ankle, okay? So I'm getting to my hip, the outside of my knee, the outside of my ankle, and all I need to do to get rotation for my spine and my shoulder is put my hand on the wall and turn away. Okay, so I can get all 5 areas in one movement, which is one of the reasons why wiggling works so well. So, next question is, why do I keep getting injured? Well, most of the time it's because your body doesn't move properly, okay? People, when they're training, they get so focused in on the training that they're doing, whether it's swim, bike, run, whether it's weight training, they just get so focused on trying to improve that performance that they forget about their body and how it actually creates that movement. So we do everything repetition, and your body is really good at anticipating what's going to happen. So you go up and down stairs all the time, you'll anticipate how high those stairs are, and then when one changes, you'll trip and fall, okay? Your body doesn't pay attention to something different when it's been doing the same thing for so long, okay? And when you do the same thing for so long, your body gets tight, it gets tired, and then it just had enough, okay? And when you get injured, it's either because you've done something different to normal and your body's not ready for it, or you've been doing it for so long that your body's just fed up and needs a bit of a rest, okay? It needs to unwind all of the tightness. So, the last question is, Is mobility more important than training? Well, that depends, okay? It depends on the spectrum that you're on. If you have just started your training, then I would say they're equally important, okay? Because you haven't tightened your body up a lot with the training that you've been doing. You might have done from previous activities or non-activities, but mobility and training then go hand in hand, okay? So you're using your mobility to unwind the tightnesses of the training that you're about to do or that you have just done, okay? If you've been training for years and years and years and you haven't done much mobility, then yes, it's more important than your training. And it will be for a little period until you can get it unwound enough so that your training feels more comfortable again, okay? So if your training feels like you're just slogging through it and you've just made it through to the end of the session and you didn't really enjoy it, then that's the point where mobility is more important than your training. And until you can get back to your training while you're enjoying it and your body feels good, then is definitely the case. So if you want to ask me any more questions and you want to know my answers to anything at all mobility related, then you can ask me the questions in our little Wiggly family group at wigglewithme.com, okay? That's just our Facebook community. You can come and join that at wigglewithme.com and ask me anything you like and I'll do my best to answer it. See you there.